Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're doing a duck nail freestyle, and I'm going to be using forms instead of tips because I don't have any duck tips. And a nice hack is to turn your coffin tips upside down, but the only coffin tips I have are like super C curved at the free edge, so I'm going to use forms today. I'm pretty sure I did this last time I did duck nails as well, but I do like using forms. They're pretty they're just different from using tips, because with forms what you're doing is you're sculpting the nail, and that means you don't already have your shape pre-built, so you're making the shape, so you have to be a little more careful. Some of my nails was a little bit lopsided and crooked, but that depends on how you do your application, and also it depends on how you put the form on. I'm not the best when it comes to forms. I don't know how to put them on properly for real, so I just do a lot of struggling until I get the form straight. But some of them, still was a little bit crooked, which, obviously I can't do anything about that after I've laid the acrylic and everything. But it's not that big of a deal. It's not that noticeable. They still came out cute. I don't mean crooked as in like going to the left or to the right. I mean lopsided. Like, you can only see that it's lopsided if you look down the free edge of the nail. And when you look down the free edge of the nail, it kind of looks like one side is higher. That's what I mean. So, yeah, just watch tutorials on how to do forms properly, because I'm not the one to be watching how to do forms, because as you can see right now, I'm cutting this and stuff and I'm still struggling to put it on, and it was just difficult and annoying. So for the most part, I'm not going to show me putting on the forms, because what's the point? Swiftly moving on, let's get into the application. So I'm using a custom color that I'm pretty sure I have mixed with some Mia Secret clear, probably. Definitely some chalk in there. I don't know. I mixed this color a long time ago. I don't really mix custom acrylics that much anymore, but this color is a sheer pink, as you can tell, so it's very see-through. It's kind of like, I don't know, like pink stained glass or something, like a jelly nude sheer pink. So I'm gonna be going all the way up to the top of the number 7 for these nails. And of course they're going to be duck nails, so I'm keeping the nail form flared out. So I'm not closing the top, and I'm keeping the shape flared out as well. And I'm just adding more to the free edge because I want these to go down to the number 7. And I'm blending that bead up into the into the already placed bead, and then I'm taking it down gently, very gently, patting it down and smoothing it out down to the length where I want it. And for this nail, it's just going to be this color, and for 2 of the nails I'm going to be adding some snowflakes and glitter. Right here, I'm making sure the apex isn't too small. I did put an apex on these nails just because even when it's practice nails, sometimes I still like to build up an apex just because it looks nicer than not, and also so the nails won't break while I'm filing them. Also, so they don't break while I'm taking the nail form off, because that can very well happen. I remember when I first started doing nails, I used to only use nail forms, and it took me forever to get tips. And y'all can imagine, after going from nail forms to tips, it was like paradise. But I used to only use forms, and I used to only use builder gel as well, and I would always make the nail too thin, and the nail would just snap when I took the form off. And I honestly thought that was just something that you had to deal with, but it was because there was no apex on my nails. And apex is basically the part where the natural nail and the tip meet, or where the natural nail and the nail form meets, and you want to make that part the thickest part of the nail. And the free edge usually is the thinnest part of the nail, as well as the cuticle area. The reason why I start at the nail form and very close to the cuticle is because I pick up a really big bead to start off with, first of all. That's one reason why. And the second reason why is because I like to form a nice like seal on the nail form and the natural nail, just so that obviously it makes it a lot easier to do the rest of the application when I already have acrylic placed and holding that nail form in place on my natural nail, so that application doesn't, the nail form doesn't come off during application. So hopefully I explained that well. I don't know, I feel like I stumbled a little bit, but yeah, that's basically why I start off placing my bead there. And you don't have to start off with a big bead, of course, but depending on how big or small your bead is, that's how high or low you can start on the nail. And if you pick up a really small bead, just place it directly where the nail form and the natural nail meets, so that you can, seal it all together. That's typically how I think most people start off with nail form application. For this nail, I'm going to be adding some glitter. So I'm starting off with a smaller bead, and I'm going to be bringing that down to how long I want the nails to be. And then I'm going to put an even smaller bead at the cuticle area and then blend that out. And then we're going to be adding some glitter and snowflakes. So now I'm going to add on a little bit of snowflakes, and you need to make sure your acrylic powder is wet, or you can pick up like a small amount of acrylic powder and place your snowflakes. But I'm going to be encapsulating with this pink color as well, because I thought it would look interesting to have an encapsulated, like snowflakes and glitter encapsulated behind something that wasn't clear acrylic. And so I thought, since you can see through this color like pretty easily, I'll just encapsulate with it, and it'll have like this nice like frosted pink effect. I don't even know like what the effect is, but yeah. So after I add the snowflakes on, I'm dipping my brush in my acrylic a little bit, and also dipping it in the snowflakes and placing, not the snowflakes, but the glitter, and placing the glitter all over the nail. And I think that makes it kind of look like, it's snowing with the big snowflakes and with the little chunky glitter. I feel like that makes it look like snowfall kind of. So yeah, now I'm encapsulating, like I said, with that pink glitter. And yeah, I'm just encapsulating the nail. Honestly, I didn't know if I liked this at first. I didn't know if I liked the way this looked, but I ended up loving it. So stick around, because it's kind of trust the process, because I felt like I couldn't see the snowflakes that well, and I was kind of upset about it because I had already covered them. But it ended up being like tinted frosted glass, just really pretty effects. So on this nail, I'm gonna do a full glitter nail, but I wanted that pink base first, so I'm just gonna be applying 2 small beads to get the shape of the nail down, so that I can put the glitter all over the nail. Basically, doing nail forms is kind of like making your own tips, because pretty much after this step, with a little bit more acrylic so it doesn't snap, you could take this off and then you'll just have like an acrylic tip on your nail like that you made yourself. So yeah, I just thought of that and I had to say it. So anyways, I'm adding some of this glitter first, then I'm gonna add the snowflakes, and then I'm gonna add more of this glitter on top. And yes, it's a little bit overkill, but it wouldn't be one of my sets if it wasn't. So of course now I'm gonna encapsulate this, and the nail was kind of already thick, so this ended up being sort of a thick nail, but I filed it down to a relatively decent size. And I still have these nails on the day after recording them just because they won't pop off. So yeah, honestly I would have been to take them off, but they won't come off. So they're cute, but I wish they would get off my fingers, honestly. I have a peel off base coat on. I'm using McCart's peel off base coat, but every time I use nail forms, they're just a little harder to pop off my nails. I think because there's no tip, so the tips kind of help because the tips aren't like stuck to my nail like acrylic gets stuck to my nail. But there's no tips involved in this, so they was just really hard to pop off, and they still aren't off. But since they're cute, I don't mind that much. But I'm making sure that the nail has a nice free edge, and you really need to be careful with nail forms. I've learned so much by doing mistakes with nail forms, because like I said, I used to only use nail forms, but at that time I didn't have a YouTube channel. So yeah, y'all don't even know the trial and error that I went through with nail forms. But you got to make sure that you have fully put your acrylic or gel, whatever you're using, in the shape of the nail. Like, make sure that you got all that surface area that you want to be on the form, because when you take it off, it's gonna be really annoying if you have like missing spots, where you can only like fill it in by putting another nail form on. So just be careful with nail forms. They are a lot harder than tips, in my opinion. Some people find them easier. Me personally, they take so much more time because you have to cut them to fit your nail, and I don't know how to do that properly. Also, you have to well, that's pretty much it. You just got to cut them to fit your nail. Then you have to place them on your nail correctly depending on what shape you're doing and depending on how curved you want them. But they do give you a lot more creativity when it comes to shapes and designs. I feel like more so than tips do. So there's pros and cons to nail forms. I like using them. They are more satisfying to use. They make it so you don't have that extra time of gluing on the tips, but that time gets filled in by placing the nail form on your nail, so it doesn't really replace that time of gluing on your tips. So in my opinion, tips are quicker, but just whatever works best for you works best for you. But right now I found the nails, and I started by sealing the cuticle with a cone ceramic bit. It's pretty coarse. I'm gonna guess just coarse, not extra coarse or anything, just coarse. And now I'm using an 80/80 grit file on my sidewalls, making sure they're smooth, my free edge as well. And then I'm gonna go over the whole body of the nail until it's completely white. And that's how you know that, there's no holes or dips in the nail and that it's completely smooth. So I dust the nails off, or I go wash them off. And then I like to wipe them with rubbing alcohol. I also like to wipe them in acetone, but I don't have any acetone, unfortunately, so I'm just going to use alcohol. And I also buff the nails with just a regular buffer that I got off Shein. And yeah, this is how they're looking filed. So moving on to the design part, I'm going to be using Rosalind white gel polish and doing unknowingly 3 coats of this. I did not want to do 3 coats, but it just wasn't giving. It just wasn't. So I had to do 3 coats, and yeah, I'm doing a French tip, just a very simple French tip. These nails aren't too long like my normal length, my normal extendo nail length. These are just like regular XL nails, so doing the French tip was pretty easy on these, since I didn't have to do a super duper long smile line. Then I just fill it in, and then of course I do this 2 more times after curing. have been itching to use this chrome since I got it. It's a free gift that I got off Temu, which I've gotten a lot of free stuff off Temu. I recommend that app because you can just get free stuff. But yeah, this was a free gift off of Temu. Very nice. I love this chrome. I had already tried it out when I first got it because I had been waiting for it, and excited because I don't have any chrome like this, especially pressed chrome powders. Like, I can't even find those on Amazon easily. Pressed chrome powders, y'all. Very, very nice. And pressed pigment powders too. They're probably also on Temu. Yeah, they're very nice. I decided to put the chrome, the orange one, which looks orange on the palette, but it's actually like pink with an orange reflect. I decided to use that on all of the white gel polish I'm going to be putting down on my nails today. So now I'm doing snowflakes, and like I said in my last video, I believe this is the design that I'm going to be doing all season. Unless I'm doing like a more intricate set, this is a snowflake design that I'm going to be sticking with, because this is the easiest snowflake design that I've ever seen. And last year I wanted to never do snowflakes again, but this year I'm not intimidated by them because I'm doing this very basic and easy design where it's just dots and connecting the lines, honestly. So yeah, I recommend this snowflake design, even though it's not like the most like snowflakey. Like, it still kind of looks like a snowflake. So yeah. Honestly, I didn't know what I wanted to do because this was a freestyle, but the peppermint design kind of popped up in my head because I was like, I kind of wanted to do something swirly, like whimsical, swirly, wintry type of nail art, but I didn't know what to do, so I decided to do a peppermint nail, and I guess it came out cute. I don't think I did it exactly right, and it was hard keeping the center from like jumbling up with gel polish because I kept bringing the gel polish all to the center. I recommend when it comes to the center part of the peppermint, just leave it alone. Just put a line almost to the center and leave the center blank, because mine pulled up with gel polish, so I had to like wipe it away and stuff, and it just didn't end up looking that great in the middle, but it still looked like a peppermint nail, kind of, I guess. Y'all can let me know what y'all think of it below. And of course, I'm applying the chrome powder to this design as well. And I'm just brushing off the rest of the excess pigment that gets on the nail. Some of it doesn't come off, unfortunately, and I think that's because of the scratches on the nail. I didn't buff it with cuticle oil, and I didn't rub it with acetone, so I still have some scratches left over. To prevent that, before you do nail art, I would recommend doing a matte top coat, but I couldn't be bothered with this set. I did it in 2 hours. I've been getting faster, not even trying to get faster, I just have been, which is really, really nice to see. It's really nice to see that I'm not gonna be sitting down at my desk for 6 hours now, cause y'all, sometimes I'll be wanting to do nails all day. I just want to do nails back to back to back, but I can't because I spend like 12 hours on one set. So hopefully I just keep getting faster and faster. This one was just 2 hours, and it has nail art and encapsulation, and it's acrylic. So I'm pretty proud of myself on that one. This nail I wanted to make look like a present because I saw a nail set like a Christmassy nail set on Instagram, and one of the nails looked like a present box, so I thought that would be cute, so I just did it. I was really debating on what type of bling or charms I wanted to add to these. I didn't want to keep it simple, but I had already done like a bunch of nail art, so I decided to keep it relatively simple and just add a bow on the thumb and a bow on the French tip nail. And pretty much after this, I'm going to top coat the nails with a matte top coat. And you can see with the matte top coat on how they would look shiny, and honestly I love the way they look matte even more than how they look shiny. The way that the glitter looks shiny is like kind of a little bit too much for me, like all of those different reflex. But once you like add a matte top coat on it, you can see like all the layers and the depth of the encapsulation, and it just looks really, really pretty. So y'all will see the before and afters of how the nails look before and after I cured them, so y'all can see all the nails shiny. I'm pretty sure y'all can see all the nails shiny and see how the chrome looks shiny. The chrome still looks really good matte as well, so I'm glad about that. I was a little bit afraid about that too, but it all still looks really nice matte. So that's pretty much it for these nails. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial and the set, and I hope y'all been enjoying the winter nails as well. I've been loving doing winter nails this year. I'm so glad that I'm into them this year because they are very it right now, and last year I just didn't care at all. I just kept doing whatever I wanted, but this year I actually want to do winter nails, so I'm happy about it. And I hope y'all really love this video because I really love this video, and if you do, please leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think of these nails, or any nails that y'all want me to recreate, or designs that y'all want to see me do or try out. And be sure to subscribe, because I post content like this all the time. Recently passed 600 subscribers. Very excited about it. Thank y'all so much, and I hope to see y'all next time.